Crypto Doe Show. Now, what I'm gonna start doing is, and if you hear the noise in the background, there's a lot of things in the back. So pardon this, but we're still gonna get the message out. I got about an hour drive until I get to my next destination. So why not do a video? Why not work while I'm working? Why not work while I'm working at the same time? Why not work while I'm working at the same time? I'm gonna give you guys a couple of minutes, ladies and gentlemen, a couple of minutes to get in. Smash that like button, subscribe to my channel. That's all I ask. We're gonna talk about a few mistakes that 95% of crypto investors make, especially if you're a beginner. And I expect most of my audience to be beginners, right? I expect most of my audience to be beginners. So I don't mind repeating myself 3, 4, 5 times. I don't mind, because I understand it's some form of programming, right? You got to make your mistakes. I could tell you all day long, but until you actually go through it, then that's when it's going to connect in your head, right? So it's a few mistakes that 95% of crypto investors make, and I'm here to share those mistakes with you. But like I say, that's going to be the main topic for today. I'm going to give you guys about 2-3 minutes to get in here. Let me know where you guys from, right? What crypto you guys own, right? And what mistakes did you already make, right? Did you pull out too early? Did you take out of one crypto to chase another? It's a lot of mistakes that people make, and it's natural. It's natural. Michael Brown said, "What's up? What's going on, Michael Brown? How you doing? I always see you come through." Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to my channel if you didn't do so already. I am Crypto Doe. Once again, I'm here to share everything I know with you guys, so together we can go further than Wells Fargo. So let's get into it. Great way to, what's what Michael say? Great way to maximize your time. Drive safe, brother. Will do. So if I'm not looking at the screen, of course I'm looking straight ahead, but I angle it in a way that even if I'm looking straight ahead, right, it's like I'm looking at the screen. But safety is first, always. And sometimes I pause and say, hey, look, I gotta get over, let me focus on this, let me focus on that. So pardon me for the minor delays, but I gotta make sure that I'm part of the algorithm. And the only way to do it is to work, right? I gotta go live more. I have to do more things for the channel, giveaways and everything else. So let's talk about these mistakes, though. Let's talk about these mistakes. And if this is your first time here, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, get the likes up. Now that look like, I can't really see that name, but whoever just came in, what's up? What's going on? You just said, hey, what's going on? I can't really see that right now. My eyes is on the road. All right, so 95% of mistakes that that crypto investors make. One of them, chasing. I've done it before, so I totally understand, right? But now I overstand the situation, right? First I was under it, now I'm over it. So chasing, meaning that you go from one crypto to the next based on hype. So you may see something running, like, damn, let me sell my boring coin, something that didn't move, but it has utility, right? Let me sell it to jump into the coin that has an uptrend. Then 9 times out of 10, some people catch it, some people don't, but I want to advise, right? You playing with something, you playing with a knife at that point, something real sharp that can hurt you, right? Double-edged sword. So by the time you get into position for the uptrend of that other coin, you would have gotten in too late. That's why I like to buy when coins are boring. So when it goes up, you're benefiting on on it going up. Now, most people we get in a hype coin, they get in, and for some reason, as soon as they get in, guess what happens? Put a 1 in the chat if you believe that it still go up, right? Put a 2 in the chat if you believe that it goes down. As soon as you start chasing the market, instead of placing yourself in the market or buying before the hype is, that's why it's good to do research. And it's good to also watch my channel as well, because I can save you half the time, right? As far as what coin to pick or coin picks, I can save you half the time, but I still encourage you to do your research. I will always encourage you to do that. If you don't have any money, research, because you gotta remember, knowledge can print you out money, right? So anyway, that's another topic. So one mistake: chasing, jumping from project to project, damn near like a grasshopper, jumping from project to project, and chasing the hype, right? Don't do that. You got Princess said, hey Crypto Doe, what's going on? Michael Brown said too, of course it goes down, Michael Brown, of course. So that's one mistake people make. That's why I tell people, look, pick 5 cryptos, stick to that, especially if you're a beginner. Pick 5 cryptos in different ecosystems, from DeFi to oracles to GameFi to PayFi, right? Pick 5 of them. It may be one meme, because meme does make money. So you could, but minimize your portfolio, maybe 1 or 2% of your portfolio to memes, right? But chasing, that's one mistake. Let's go on to the second mistake that I know 95% of investors make, right? And smash that like button if you chased before. I could smash it because I've done this before. That's why I'm explaining it, right? I'm only human. I'm no robot. I'm only human, right? It's natural, but you got to break those cycles. You got to break those emotional wants, and then you got to think logical about it. The second mistake that most people make, that 95% of crypto investors make, is sending your crypto to the wrong address. I've lost at least $20,000 doing that, right? Probably value more to this day. But I'm gonna give you a solution for that too. I'm not just gonna talk about the problem, I gotta give you solutions too, right? So I remember in 2019, I was, let's just say I was a beginner with crypto, right? And I've sent a large lump sum of XRP to one address. Now, ask me, Crypto Doe, why would you do that? Do you even know that it's going to reach there? At that point, I wasn't thinking that. I'm like, well, I'm new, and that's no excuse. Excuses for the weak and incompetent. Just because I was new, I could put it on. I can be accountable and say I wasn't fully skilled, or I didn't do a trial and a test run. So the solution to sending your assets to the wrong address is first send 1, or the minimum amount that you can send. Yes, you might have to pay a couple of cents for transaction fees or $1, whatever it may be. But spending $1 to save thousands of dollars is worth it to me, because I've learned. So the solution is send a little bit to the address that you want to send it to, and after you see the address, right, it's good to copy and paste so you will make less mistakes, right? Instead of manually just typing the numbers in, you increase your chances of sending it to the wrong address, right? So send a little bit first. Of course, as soon as I'm getting, it said that it overheated. So let me turn the air conditioner on at the same time, right? Let's turn the air conditioner on at the same time. So like I say, send a little bit to, the second mistake is sending all your assets to one address without you verifying the address. So in order to verify the address, make sure that you send a little bit, and then you send and then you can send the mass amount, right? After you see it clear. The third thing, right? Taking profit. I've experienced this myself, so I can only speak from experience, right? The third thing is that taking profit. Now, everyone will experience euphoria and greed. It's natural, right? It's natural to want things to go up or more or to your targeted amount. I didn't know back then that I could layer in and take profit as it go. So that's a solution for taking profit, right? Layer in your profit taking. That's the solution. Now, I gotta make sure I get over. So if I'm not focused on it, make sure that you layer in your profit taking. Because I went on a round trip. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. I went on a round trip. Now, I traveled, but I don't want to travel with crypto on a round trip ever again. I've learned my mistakes. I didn't pay for that. I paid for a one-way ticket. Pay for a one-way ticket. Do not round trip anything, right? Because the moment that you round trip and the markets will crash 80%, 90% for some, right? For most, let's just say for 90% of crypto, especially altcoins, it's going to crash hard. It's going to go up, but it's also going to crash extremely hard, right? So with that being said, okay, I'm on the highway now, so we can definitely talk. With that being said, it's going to crash 90, let's just say 80%, right? Some 90%, right? Some 95%, right? Take your profit in stages and in layers, meaning that, hey, if you have a target, let's just say that you think it might 10x, but it only 6x. If you would have took profit on the way, you would have been in the green regardless. You get what I'm saying? You would have been in the green. So the solution for round tripping your bag, right, is to actually layer in your profit taking. As it goes up by increments, you take off some money off the table. And you can buy even lower, or you can buy low again. But you will have more fuel in your tank and more money to actually buy. You get it? Okay. Third mistake. Let's go on to the fourth mistake, the crypto does. Now, the fourth mistake that 95% of crypto holders make. Okay, we got a little traffic. Pardon the noise. 95% of crypto holders, the mistake that they actually make, right? This is another one. Is not having your crypto, not owning your crypto. Meaning that when it's time to take profit and you have your crypto on these third-party exchanges, and 9 times out of 10, the exchange is going to freeze, right? If you owned your profit, if you owned your assets, or have them in like Caleb and Brown, some type of automation sale, or Uphold when it automatically sell it. But anyway, these third parties, it's good for you to have control of your assets, because when it comes time for liquidity, right? Mostly apps, if everyone is doing something at the same time, the apps is going to freeze. The third party is going to freeze. So if you didn't take profit in layers and everyone is taking profit at a certain point, then guess what? You're out of luck too. That's another thing. It's going to say, for example, Coinbase is experiencing maintenance issues. We don't know how long that will last. By the time the maintenance issue is fixed, guess what? What goes up comes down. It's not going to be as high as you would have thought to take your profit. So a solution would be go to one of these automated services like I Trust Capital and Caleb and Brown and stuff like that, right? Go to one of those, or Tangent Wallet. All of those things is going to be linked in my description, right? Of course, you get a discount. So those are 4 mistakes that 95%, and it's plenty more. I'm going to do a second video. It's plenty more mistakes that 95% of crypto investors make, right? It's plenty more. I'm gonna leave you guys with 5, right? I just said 4, right? I just said 4. I'm gonna leave you guys with 5, right? Another mistakes that crypto investors make is, and I know a few people that did this, right? If you have a wallet, meaning a cold storage wallet, right? And you didn't save your codes, right? Don't save them in your email or anything along that nature. Put them in a place that only you know where it's at, right? And make sure you remember the place. A lot of people, they will write these codes down, and for some reason, some miraculous reason, it's forgotten, or they misplace the paper that it was on, or the dog ate it. So you telling me that you locked yourself out of your own house, and you threw the keys away and the security questions away? Don't be that person. Do not be that person to lock your own self out of your own bank. You own the bank. You left the keys in the bank. You disassembled or dismantled all of the alarm systems and everything else. Self-sabotage, basically. Self-sabotage. Don't be that person. Write your codes down. Leave them in 2-3 places. Right? Leave them in 2-3 places. Tangent Wallet, I like it because they give you a backup card just in case. Leave one card in one place, one card at another place, not in the same house, because what if the house burned down? Then what? Things happen. Things really do happen. So what if the house burned down? Then what you gonna do? You can't call Crypto Dough and say, hey, Crypto Dough, remember all those 5 mistakes that you told me? Well, I at least committed 4 of them. I'm telling you guys these things and I want you to learn from my mistakes. I had a wallet at the very beginning. I ordered probably about 15 different cold storage wallets. And I scattered because I don't like to